How's it going, everybody? Today we are jumping back in Ark Raiders and we are going to take a look at some lesser known loot spots, more specifically at some hidden spots where weapon cases spawn on the damn Battlegrounds map. And we are going to start in the swamps right over here where I am on the map south of the hydroponic dome complex. In the woods there, we can actually find a small treehouse with a car wreck right next to it. And if we climb the car, we will be able to get into the treehouse, and in there we will find a weapon case which can spawn some really good weapons. I personally found shotguns in there. I also found the Arpeggio assault rifle and even the Osprey sniper rifle and a few other things as well. But of course there is a lot of RNG luck involved when it comes to the gear that we can find, and same goes for the case in itself. Sometimes it spawns there and sometimes it doesn't, but if we are in the area it's worth a look because it's not often looted. I walked past that place countless times before noticing it. Now the second spot is right next to the treehouse. It's just south of it, literally just a couple of steps away, right over here where I am on the map. It's really easy to spot because the crate literally spawns on the ground in the open, but it's also kinda easy to overlook since there's not much around it. And again, I found things like the Berletta pistol in there, the Torrente LMG and weapon attachments as well. It is in the open, as I've said, so we have to be careful of other players and the Ark enemies as well. But again, if we are in the area, it's well worth a look. If there's not a case in the treehouse, chances are that this floor case will spawn, and if both of them spawn, we will find quite a few things in a short amount of time. Now the third spot is right over here where I am on the map at the Red Lakes. Right past these big antennas that are in the water, we can see a small building. It kinda looks like it's rubble, but it's an actual building that we can loot. It's one of my favorite spots because it's out of the way and a lot of things can spawn in there. We can have a weapon crate, we can also have an ammo box, and even some drones that we can loot. And I like it mostly because if the weapon crate is not there, it's not a wasted trip because other things can spawn in that small room. So even if the crate is not there, we can still get some loot. Now the fourth spot where a weapon crate can spawn is right here where I am on the map in the southeastern corner of the map, not too far away from the testing annex. We have this small camp there with a tower and a few trucks, and in the back of this truck right here next to this blue container there is a weapon crate spawn, and this one is really out of the way, so if the crate is spawned, chances are it's not going to be looted, and it's definitely worth taking a look around the entire camp as well. We can find a bit of loot here and there, we can even climb the tower, and sometimes things do spawn up there as well. The fifth spot is going to be not too far away from where we just were. If we head to right over here where I am on the map in between the testing annex and the research and administration building, there we are going to find a tower. Now the weapon crate is not going to be on the tower in itself, but as we are going up the stairs to our right, we are going to see this small platform, and that is where we can usually find the weapon crate. And again, the loot and the spawn of the weapon crate will depend a lot on our RNG luck. Sometimes it's gonna spawn there and sometimes it's not. Now this next spot is all the way at the bottom of the map, right over here where I am. It's called the Formikai Outpost, and this is the most remote place ever. It's as remote as it gets, but the cool thing about it is that we have a spawn point right next to it, so sometimes we can actually start right next to this place. It is a tiny bit tricky getting all the way up here. We have to climb some mountains, but it's such a nice spot because nobody ever really comes here, because besides this big tower we don't really have much around here. We have the scrapyard not too far away from here, it's just down there, but besides that this is like the only point of interest, so we can safely loot it and get a few things. And the great thing about this spot is that if the weapon crate doesn't spawn, we have many other crates that we can loot. So we're gonna make our way up there and see what we can find. We just gotta go around through here, and we'll go up and we'll make our way into the tower, and hopefully we are going to find some interesting loot. Now, the first time I went there, the weapon crate did not spawn, but as I have said, there are lots of other containers that we can loot, and in one container I found the Rattler assault rifle, and in another container I actually found a medium shield, which was very unexpected. So even though the crate is not here, the weapon crate usually spawns on this table here, but even though the crate didn't spawn, we found a weapon in this container right here, and then a medium shield in this one. Alright, that is not bad at all. Those two crates always have some decent loot or some useful items. On my next run, again, the weapon crate did not spawn, but in those two containers I managed to find the Ferro sniper rifle and a ton of grenades as well. But on my third run to that place, the weapon crate finally spawned. Oh, here we go. This time around, the weapon crate is actually spawned here. So let's see, what can we find in it? We have some simple gun parts, we have medium ammunition, and then the Osprey sniper rifle. Nice. And usually these crates here have some pretty good loot as well. Let's see, what can we find this time around? We have heavy ammunition and then some rubber parts. And over here, we have grenades, more grenades, the Rattler, and even more grenades. Alright. There are a few different containers here with pretty good loot. Usually those two there, they can spawn grenades, weapons, even shields, as we saw earlier. Then the weapon crate can spawn here on this table. And sometimes we also have like an ammunition bag, like right over here. Anything else? It doesn't look like it. Oh, we have some syringes here. And that's about it. Not bad at all. This is such a great spot here. Next up, we have a place over at the Formicai Hills. It's not too far away from where we just were a second ago. It's literally right over here where I am on the map. So this last crate is going to be just up here. If we go around the back of this green building here, we are going to find a weapon crate. Check it out, it's right here. And in it, we are going to have some bullets and then the Torrente and some simple gun parts. Nice. I think I found about 3 of these today. 3 or 4. And then if we go inside of the building here, we should have a bit of a crate here with some bullets, some medium ammunition, and then some shotgun shells. Nice. Not bad at all. Now sometimes the crate does not spawn there, and instead of the crate we are going to have a medical bag. Again, it depends a lot on our RNG luck. But the last spot is the top of the water towers right here where I am on the map. I've mentioned this spot once before, and we can get up there with the help of a couple of zip lines. We need 3 zip lines if we want to check all 3 towers, but we can also use a snap hook. We can just stash it in our safe pocket and only take it out when we reach the towers. I actually didn't think that it would reach all the way up there because it has a range of 20 meters, but it does, and we can make our way up there with the snap hook. The way up is great, but the way down is a bit more tricky. Here we go. Whoa. And we're fine. The way down wasn't as smooth as the way up, but we can get down with our snap hook as well. Alright. So if we have a snap hook, we can just use this instead of the zip lines. That is not bad at all. Also, somebody told me that we might actually find something on this small tower right here. So let me see. Do we have a crate? Oh, we do actually have a crate right here. With a ton of grenades. Check it out. Alright. Of course, there are better loot spots across the map, but these small ones that are hidden or out of the way kind of are best for when we spawn in late. It can happen quite often, and if we are late, chances are that the high loot zones are going to be mostly looted, but these small ones are often overlooked, so we can go there and get a bit of gear. But there you go, that's about it from me today. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video, and I will see you in the next one.